Hello, hello. Welcome to Novel Console, your weekly podcast where we talk about books, games, food, and stuff that caught our attention during the week. My name is Chris, and with me is my beautiful co-hostess and wife, Karradyne.
Hello.
How are you doing today, Karradyne?
I am good and sleepy. How are you?
I am hungover and sleepy.
Yep.
Yes.
That's been the main theme of the day. Sleepiness.
Just relaxing. It's been a great day.
Yeah, we've done jack shit all
Been
day
a
long.
Perfect Sunday, right?
Yeah, it really was.
Just super relaxed, laying about, playing video games, reading books,
Taking
doing
naps.
nothing.
Lots of
Yeah.
naps.
Finishing Stray.
Watching trash TV.
Been amazing.
I cannot complain.
I wish my life was like this every single day.
Same.
Yeah.
If only we'd won Mega Millions.
Well, we didn't, so that sucks. Oh, well. Hey, if this is your first or 103rd time coming into the show, welcome. We're glad you're joining us for an episode of A Novel Console. We hope you stick around, have some laughs, and maybe find some new things to enjoy. If you want to reach out to us, you can do it on our socials, which is basically at A Novel Console everywhere, on every platform. Or you can email us directly at anovelconsole@gmail.com. Or if you'd like to support us, you can do it at patreon.com/anovelconsole. If you're listening to this episode, then you know this is the Backlog of Doom, and you can go vote right now at patreon.com/anovelconsole for whatever book and game you want us to cover.
If you're a patron.
If you're a patron.
You have to be a patron.
For $2.
A month.
Yes.
Very
you can
cheap.
go vote now and decide the future of this podcast.
So cheap. Way cheaper than Netflix.
Yeah.
So you can also tell your friends to check out the show because every listen and review helps. You can leave us a review on most platforms where we are available for listening, which is basically everywhere. So you got Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, you name it. Reviews help us be more discoverable, which we need because we're pitiful.
Yeah, summer is awful because our listens tank horribly.
Are all of our
summer.
listeners students who have summer break or something?
No, but a lot of our listeners are teachers. So them being on summer break means they don't have to get up early and commute to work. So that means we don't get listens.
All right, because we're adults now. We're not students anymore. We're teachers.
Yeah, we're teachers.
That sucks.
We're teachers. Whoever hires me as a teacher deserves to get fired.
You know, they have that new law in Florida where if you're a veteran or the spouse of a veteran or someone in the armed forces, you can be a teacher because our governor is brilliant. I'm not being sarcastic. Anyway, off topic.
That's interesting.
Sort of on topic,
Hey,
but off
so
topic.
we kind of got a long episode today.
Yeah, we can't go off topic. We can't go on tangents.
So let's go into the sex toy. Let's go into the sex toy of the week.
Isn't it two? Didn't you
No.
say yesterday that there were two?
No, I'll save one for next week.
Oh.
But this one is pretty great. This one was sent in by Burger Champ.
He'll eventually let me pick some on my own.
You can pick up next week's toy.
You just said you have one for next week.
Well, we can do two next week.
Okay.
If the episode isn't too long, which I don't think it will be too long. So let me pick up here. Here we go. This is called the Testicuzzi.
What?
Can you take a wild
What?
guess at what the
It's a koozie for your testicles?
Close. It's
Why?
a jacuzzi for your
A
testicles.
jacuzzi?
Yes,
What?
Look at that.
What?
Yeah, it's a little jacuzzi. It costs $39.69, down from $99.95.
Oh, that's a really steep discount.
Yeah, and that is a jacuzzi for you to put your balls into and let them get jacuzzied.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does it have like jets and stuff?
Apparently, I'm trying to find like more information on it, but this is like the website, so everything is videos, and I don't feel like playing a video right now.
Because it just kind of sounds like fun. Nothing really sexy.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not sexy. So let me just go into Amazon. I guess it really doesn't count as a sex toy, but it's ball adjacent.
Oh my gosh.
And there's nothing about it on Amazon.
All of the ads you have right now are for underwear.
Yep. I think Amazon is telling me to get a new...
Testicle supporting underwear.
Probably.
Oh God.
Yeah. Huh. So...
There's a gold-plated one.
Yes, there is a gold-plated one.
Oh my Lord.
Isn't it awesome? I mean, you can dip your balls in it, turn it on, get your balls massaged. It sounds like a great time. Like, honestly, I think I would like one of these.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, it's only 39 whatever.
For now. So
Yeah, for now. Gotta catch that deal.
Yeah, we gotta act fast and get this thing. So
Testicuzzi.
Testicuzzi. Let me see if I can find more information on it, because I'm really not finding anything other than just pictures and shit. And the videos are of people like just being like, "Oh, it's so funny." Okay, so
Well, I guess you can't see one in use unless you're on a porno site.
Yeah.
And I doubt there are many people who made porn with their testicuzzi.
This hot tub for your testicles is battery powered and produces a wonderful, gently bubbling massage. There's nothing like the soothing relief you feel from a nice soak of the family jewels. It is unlike anything else you've experienced. I want one. That sounds
oh my God.
so wonderful.
I can't.
That sounds great.
Well, yeah. Okay.
Yep. Apparently, they support testicular cancer. For every Testicuzzi sold, we donate a percentage of the sales to the Testicular Cancer Awareness Foundation. So that's nice. Want to make money from from your TikTok videos, YouTube videos, and or social media content? When you become a Testicuzzi ambassador, it's easy to make a commission. We'll set you up with a unique discount code and links you can include in your social media. Start making easy money now by applying for our program. Maybe you should apply for it, even though you don't have testicles.
You know, I feel like that would not do so well with my audience for some reason.
This is a quote of a review. This thing is actually ridiculous. It's like little hands massaging my balls. 10 out of 10. Recommend this.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So, man.
Good for them.
I wish I had it set up so that we could listen to videos while doing this. But unfortunately, I don't have it set up like that.
That's okay. We don't need that.
But it sounds great. I want one.
Okay.
Yeah, I want one. All right. Are we ready to get into the Backlog of Doom?
We are very ready.
All right. This is the Backlog of Doom. All right, so for the Backlog of Doom, Karradyne and I both each pick 5 things out of our backlog. She picks 5 books, I pick 5 games. We put them up on Patreon. Our patrons vote, and then we do an episode for these things that we picked that got voted.
Reviewing them.
Yes, we review them. We are going to be doing one of these a month, at least trying to. So we are going to run the Backlog of Doom for a week. Next episode, the episode of August 8th, we will have the Backlog of Doom winners. So you have this entire week to vote.
You got to vote by the 7th.
You got to vote by the 7th.
Because we record on the 7th.
Yes.
Like by 5 p.m.
On the
Eastern
7th.
Standard Time.
Yes. We will announce the winners, and then we will have the episode out on September 5th. So that gives us a month to do the whole thing and get the episode out. And like usual, Karradyne starts off the backlog with her first book. What do you got, Karradyne?
I have Camp by L.C. Rosen. It was published by Little Brown Books for Young Readers on May 25th, 2021. I've had this probably since right before that date, because I think I got it sent. I think I was sent this one in advance. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Had it for a minute. So a sweet and sharp screwball comedy that critiques the culture of toxic masculinity within the queer community. 16-year-old Randy Kappelhoff loves spending the summer at Camp Outland, a camp for queer teens, not for tier queens. It's where he met his best friends. It's where he takes to the stage in the big musical. And it's where he fell for Hudson Aronson Lim, who's only into straight acting guys and barely knows not at all straight acting Randy even exists. This year, though, it's going to be different. Randy has reinvented himself as Dell, buff, masculine, and on the market. Even if it means giving up show tunes, nail polish, and his unicorn bed sheets, he's determined to get Hudson to fall for him. But as he and Hudson grow closer, Randy has to ask himself, how much is he willing to change for love? And is it really love anyway if Hudson doesn't know who he truly is? Very gay. I love it.
He says buff, and I just imagine like a very skinny guy
Bless
trying to be
it.
buff.
Maybe I'll be able to read the next one a little bit better, but God, I've slept too much today. My brain's not working.
So why do you want to read this book? It just sounds like comedy. Is it comedy? Or is
I guess
romance?
it might be. It's like a teen romance. I don't know. It just sounds cute and gay. If it's gay, then it's automatically like 10 times cuter. I don't really like normal teen romance, straight teen romance, heterosexual teen romance.
Why,
It's boring these days.
Because you were a teenage girl and you already know how those things work out.
Yeah, plus there's no sex, and that's boring. Let's be real. You know it. You know it's true.
Kind of creepy.
Well, obviously I don't want to read about teenagers having sex, but if I'm gonna read a romance, like normally I want there to be sex in it, unless it's teenagers, because that's weird. But like that, you're making me sound bad. I know what I mean in my head. And
Just imagine it's
trying
like
to explain it sounds terrible.
a camp for 30-year-olds who somehow have to still go to school and go to camp and shit and live with their parents.
Oh
Like-
my
Like
gosh.
the economy's regressed so badly that they have to go back to being
That's so terrible.
dependent. I mean, no.
Yeah, no.
I mean,
That would be us.
It's a
So
way
no.
to it's a way to get it to click in your head. Why the
my
teenagers
God.
are having sex so it doesn't feel gross.
I want to read this book. It's been sitting on my TBR cart for more than a year.
That is crazy. I haven't even seen that book.
Seriously?
Yeah, this is like the first time I see I see that book at all. It's
I've
crazy.
had it for more than a year
You've been hiding it.
on my cart.
Yeah. Okay, so my first game is Far Cry 6. And this is a Ubisoft game. It is basically first person.
Oh, it's what's his face?
Yeah.
Giancarlo Esposito.
Yeah, Giancarlo Esposito. Yeah, he's the bad guy in this game.
He's always a bad guy.
He's always a bad guy. Has he ever been the good guy in anything?
I don't know, probably.
That's weird. So this is. It really doesn't say anything about the game. All I know is that it's like all the other Far Cry's. You got a huge open world. You got towers to take over. You got bases to take over. There's a lot of guns for you to shoot, a lot of people for you to kill, a lot of animals for you to kill and take their hides to make equipment that you need to use to have more things to kill people with. And this is from the series of that video that I showed you of the guy burning down the weed field and him getting high with the flamethrower.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Make It Burn Them is playing in the background.
Yes.
Yes. So this is from the same series.
Oh, okay.
And,
I love that song.
It's a really good song. This is a little blurb from the back of the box. It says, this is one of the main reasons I want to play it. Recruit allies to fight by your side, including Chorizo, your trusty dog companion.
Oh.
Look, you should Google Chorizo Far Cry 6 and tell me what you think of Chorizo.
Okay.
You have no idea what I'm talking about. I can't wait for you to. Yeah, Chorizo Far Cry 6. Yes. Tell me.
Oh my gosh, he's so cute! Oh, bless him!
This
He doesn't have any back legs. Wait, is he a robot?
no. That's a wheelchair.
He's in a little wheelchair. Oh, I can see his little back now.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like.
Describe him. What
So
is he?
he's like a little. Is it a dachshund? A little black and brown dachshund, and he's in a little doggy wheelchair. But his little wheelchair has like a little work pack on it, and there's a little fake toy snake hanging out of one of the little pockets on the side, and he's got like some tools and a little flask. He's so cute. He's got the biggest, cutest little eyes. Oh my goodness, he's so precious.
He's probably a murderer. He's probably going to help me kill people.
No, he's too
Yes.
cute.
Yes.
Oh, he looks really mean in this picture.
In my
He
picture.
looks like he's ready to attack
That's
somebody.
the same one from the back
Oh
of the box.
my gosh, he's precious.
So this is set in like a Caribbean type island, kind of like Cuba, but more rainforesty. And there's resources that you can get to create new weapons and stuff. So there's like nail guns where you actually shoot nails, CD player gun where you shoot discs. There's like a back mounted rocket launcher where you, like Boba Fett's, but instead of one rocket, it's multiple rockets. So I don't know. I've been seeing a lot of people post on Twitter that this game is super fun. I did love Far Cry 3. I liked Far Cry 4. I hated Far Cry 5 because it was like set in Montana, and this white supremacist army, religious zealot group had taken over the county, and it was your job by yourself to take the cult out with no help from anybody. So this super crazy cult takes over a county, and nobody intervenes.
That's
Nobody.
crazy.
Yeah. So it was, and like there's like mass murder in American soil by crazed cultist people. So and actually it wasn't really fun at all. That game was kind of bland, and I was super excited for it. But I do want to play 6. I bought it for a reason. So that's my first game. What's your next book?
My next book is Blood Scion by Deborah Fallay. It was published on March 8th of this year by Harper Teen. So not very long, but it's also been sitting on my TBR cart. And I actually got this book as part of a book tour. But then it was the book in like Fairy Loot, I think. So it has these really pretty sprayed blue edges, and the blue edges have been staring at me from the cart. So I want to read it for the sprayed edges. This is what they deserve. They wanted me to be a monster. I will be the worst monster they ever created. 15-year-old Sloane can incinerate an enemy at will. She is a scion, a descendant of the ancient Orisha gods. Under the Lucy's brutal rule, her identity means her death if her powers are discovered. But when she is forcibly conscripted into the Lucy's army on her 15th birthday, Sloane sees a new opportunity to overcome the bloody challenges of Lucy's training and destroy them from within. Sloane rises through the ranks and gains strength, but in doing so risks something greater, losing herself entirely and becoming the very monster that she abhors. Following one girl's journey of magic, injustice, power, and revenge, this deeply felt and emotionally charged debut from Deborah Fallay, inspired by Yoruba and Nigerian mythology, is a magnetic combination of A Song of Wraiths and Ruin and Daughter of Smoke and Bone that will utterly thrill and capture readers.
The book looks amazing.
Right? It's so pretty. And if you check it out, there is, well, it's actually signed, but then there's reverse art on the dust jacket.
Is that the main character?
I'm assuming so.
I'm assuming.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Right? It's so pretty.
That is really cool. Let me see the book by itself without the dust jacket.
It's so cool how they put the actual cover on the naked book.
It is sick. This thing looks fucking awesome.
I am sad though because I just looked at my like close friends and their ratings of it, and this girl whose reviews I really trust only gave it 3 stars.
Out of 5?
Yeah.
That's still middle of the road. That's still pretty. That's still decent.
I don't know. 3 stars is getting more and more for me here lately.
Well, I'm judging a book by its cover.
It's really pretty.
And I'm going to say that really book is pretty. Awesome.
So hopefully it will be awesome if it gets chosen. I mean, if it doesn't get chosen, I'll read it eventually. I just don't know when.
Yeah. Yeah. That's how I feel with all these games that I have.
Yeah. We'll get to it. Just don't know when.
Yeah.
We need a nudge.
So why do you want to read it? Just because it's been sitting and looking at you blue and stuff?
Yeah, that sprayed edge has been calling my name. And it's just really pretty.
It is a very pretty
It's so pretty.
Yep. Okay, so for my next game, I have Shantae, Risky's Revenge, Director's Cut. This is, I believe, the second Shantae game, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it is the second Shantae game, because it is Shantae, Risky's Revenge, Pirate's Curse, Half Genie Hero, and 7 Sirens. Thrak would know the exact order, because he just played the whole series in like a week.
Nice.
But yeah, so this is the sequel to the game that I reviewed on episode 3. So
wow. It's been
exactly
a long time.
100 episodes
That's
ago.
crazy.
That's insane. No, was it episode 3?
If only this episode had been the episode where we review the Backlog of Doom.
Yeah, that would have been great. Like I actually like
Would have been amazing timing.
It took me 100 episodes to get back to Shantae. Let me tell you
It's like
exactly.
me with Thunderhead.
Yeah. When are you going to finish Thunderhead?
Oh my God.
Yes, it was episode 3. I was right. I was confused either when Tony Hawk was, but Tony Hawk was episode 2. So yeah, it was episode 3. Damn, that was a long time ago.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, so 100 episodes it took me to talk about Risky's Revenge. So a powder keg of high-octane, hair-whipping, hip-shaking action. Guide half-genie Shantae through burning deserts, enchanted forests, dripping caverns, and deadly labyrinths. Discover magical attacks, brew zombie coffee, save golden babies, and master the art of belly dancing to transform Shantae into more powerful creatures and save the day. So I have this game on the 3DS as well, but it's like the digital version because Shantae's had a weird history because originally it was published by Capcom on the Game Boy Color, but it came out like at the end of the Game Boy Color, so nobody played it. And then they decided to make a sequel. This sequel, I think it was by Way Forward. I'm not 100% sure. And it was released on the Nintendo DS DSi shop. So it was the DS's revision with the online shop, and this game was only available through there. You could only buy it through there. And it never got ported to any consoles. It didn't get any re-releases or anything until recently. So I managed to get it on the 3DS shop before they made it impossible for you to buy shit out of. And I did play like the first few stages right after I finished the first Shantae. And it's such a big improvement from the first one. And I really enjoyed it, but I stopped because I was like, it might be a bit too early for me to review Shantae after reviewing Shantae like a week ago. So I put it down and said I would come back to it, but I never did. But now I have the director's cut, so I think this is a good time. 100 episodes later, I think it's enough time for me to jump back into it.
Yes, I'd say it's been more than enough time.
Yeah,
You took a very long gap.
Yep, long hiatus from Shantae.
Bless it.
Yeah, what's your next book?
My next book is Malice by Heather Walter. It was published on April 13th of last year by Del Rey. I've heard lots and lots of really good things about this one, and I think it's a retelling. We'll find out in just a second when I read the description. You know, I like to go into books blind, so I tend to not know anything at all about anything that I want to read. But I did know that it was a lesbian book. I was like, oh, I need more lesbian books in my life. And that cover looks real good. It looks like Beauty and the Beast. So let's see if that's what we're going for here.
Lesbian book and Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, it might be lesbian Beauty and the Beast or lesbian Sleeping Beauty. Oh, it is Sleeping Beauty. I see Sleeping Beauty in the second line of the description. Okay, here we go. A princess isn't supposed to fall for an evil sorceress, but in this darkly magical retelling of Sleeping Beauty, true love is more than a simple fairy tale. So is Aurora falling in love with Maleficent? Once upon a time, there was a wicked. No, Aurora is
Maleficent?
Sleeping Beauty. Maleficent is the villain.
Isn't she her mom or something?
No. The new Disney Angelina Jolie movie made it out to be like Maleficent came to love her like as if she were her mother. But Maleficent is not her mother.
That's funny.
Anyway, once upon a time, there was a wicked fairy who, in an act of vengeance, cursed a line of princesses to die. A curse that could only be broken by true love's kiss. Oh, and Maleficent did kiss her to wake her up in that movie.
Did they have like a full-on makeout session for her to
No, Aurora was asleep.
wake up? She kissed her on the forehead
Oh my
or something?
God, shut up. Shh.
How did she kiss her?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she kissed her on the forehead or on the cheek or something. It's been a long time since I've seen it. I don't know.
Boy.
Have you ever seen that one?
No.
No?
Do I care about Disney stories?
No,
Exactly.
but maybe you had a girlfriend at the time who drug you to see it or something.
No.
I don't know. Okay, you've heard this before, haven't you? The handsome prince, the happily ever after. Utter nonsense. Let me tell you, no one in Briar actually cares about what happens to its princesses. This sounds really good. Not the way they care about their jewels and elaborate parties and gem-granting elixirs. I thought I didn't care either until I met her, Princess Aurora, the last heir to Briar's throne. Kind, gracious, the future queen her realm needs. One who isn't bothered that I am Alice, the dark grace, abhorred and feared for the mysterious dark magic that runs in my veins. Humiliated and shamed by the same nobles who pay me to bottle hexes and then brand me a monster. Aurora says I should be proud of my gifts, that she cares for me, even though it was a power like mine that was responsible for her curse. But with less than a year until that curse will kill her, any future I might see with Aurora is swiftly disintegrating, and she can't stand to kiss yet another insipid prince. I want to help her. If my power began her curse, perhaps it's what can lift it. Perhaps together we could forge a new world. Nonsense again. Because we all know this story ends, don't we? How the story ends, don't we? Aurora is the beautiful princess, and I am the villain. Okay. If y'all don't choose this fucking book, I'm going to be so mad. This sounds amazing. Sounds so fucking good. Ah. Yeah, I've heard that it's really, really good. And it's a duology. And the second book's already out. So maybe if y'all choose this one, I could then go buy the second one and read a duology in the shortest span of time I've ever read 2 books in a series together. Yeah, whatever. Anyway.
Well, we'll find out Monday if they pick it or not.
Next Monday.
Yes, next Monday. All right. So, my next game is a game that I have beaten at least 25, 30 times. This is one of my favorite games of all time.
Star Fox.
No, it's not my number one favorite game of all time, but it's right there in the top 10. Pikmin for the Wii.
They're so cute.
I have an itch for Pikmin. I've been wanting to scratch for a while, and since I reset up my Wii U and set up everything and got everything working perfectly for Wind Waker, I decided I want to play a couple of Wii games, maybe some Wii U games too. I should probably go buy some Wii U games because I don't have that many. But I just want to replay Pikmin because it is so good. It's just carnage, death, murder, war. It is everything that I want in life. Just a little army of carrots.
They're so cute.
That murder bigger animals.
And they like flop around and
Yep.
they're adorable.
I wish Pikmin were real and I had an army of Pikmin and I could go to like Africa.
Didn't you tell me the other night as we were falling asleep that if you could choose between me or an army of Pikmin, you would choose the Pikmin over me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And you were like, oh, you got to choose one color. And I said, I can't pick a color.
I'm reconsidering this marriage.
I love them all. So yeah, I would like to go like to a safari in Africa and just like hunt down wildebeest and lions and shit.
With Pikmin?
With Pikmin, yeah. That'd be fucking
Good
great.
luck with that.
Yeah. Watch us get canceled because I want to kill animals with Pikmin.
Disgusting.
Yeah, it is disgusting. Explore the planet of the Pigmen. Captain Olimar has crash landed on a strange world. His only hope for survival lies with odd creatures called
Olimar.
Command up to 100 Pigmen, swarm predators, and haul critical parts back to your ship. Point the Wii remote controller to wrangle your Pigmen and put them to work. When I bought the Wii U, this was like one of the first games that I bought, and I beat it like in a day because it's you have 30 in-game days, and like each day lasts like I think it's like 30-40 minutes maybe, and you have that amount of time to do as much as you can within the stages. So I would just go in and like haul ass, kill everything, and then just start bringing everything back to the ship. And I think that is one of the times that I remember actually getting all of the ship parts. Because there's 30 parts that you have to get. Some of them are crucial that you have to get, but some of them are not important, like the piggy bank, where Olimar has all of his life savings.
Olimar.
But yeah, no, I fucking love Pikmin. Even if this doesn't get picked, I'm probably just going to pop this in on the Wii U over one of the weekends that I'm off and just...
That's the nice thing. We're not restricted to this. The choice. Obviously, we do have to read what everybody chooses, but we still get to do everything else.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah, so it doesn't, just because it doesn't get picked doesn't mean we throw it out and never see it again.
Curse you.
That would be fun. Just
I can't.
throw away like
Oh,
a
we can't
300
read any of this.
throw away a $300 game because it didn't get picked for the Backlog of Doom.
It's nice knowing you.
Oh well. What's your next book?
Oh God, the next one is probably it is the oldest on the list and the one I'm probably the least excited about. So it is the first Zodiac Academy book, The Awakening, by Caroline Peckham and Suzanne Valenti. It was published on August 2nd, 2019. I have no idea who the fuck published it because I'm pretty sure it's like all indie. Yeah, so here we go. You have been selected to attend Zodiac Academy, where your star sign defines your destiny. If you're one of the Fae, elemental magic is in your blood, and apparently it's in ours. As twins born in the month of Gemini, we're a rare breed even in this academy of supernatural a-holes. Changelings were outlawed hundreds of years ago, but I guess our birth parents didn't get the memo, which means we're totally unprepared for the ruthless world of Fae, air, fire, water, earth. No one has ever harnessed all four of them until we arrived, and it hasn't made us any friends so far. As the rarest elementals ever known, we're already a threat to the four celestial heirs, the popular vindictive bullies who happen to be some of the hottest guys we've ever seen. It doesn't help that they're the most dangerous beasts in the academy, and probably on Earth too. Our fates are intertwined, but they want us gone. They've only got until the lunar eclipse to force us out, and they'll stop at nothing to succeed. We never knew we had a birthright to live up to, but now that we do, we intend to claim our throne. We can't expect any help from the faculty when it comes to defending ourselves, so if the dragon shifters want some target practice, the werewolves want someone to hunt, or the vampires fancy a snack, then we have to be ready. They missed two commas in that sentence. But we've been looking after each other for a long time, and fighting back is in our blood. Today's horoscope, totally screwed. Oh my God.
Fucking trash fire.
So these books are so popular on Bookstagram and Book Talk. And Carmen read, I think she said the first two, maybe. Anyway, she wanted me to read these to hear my opinion. I think she probably knows what my opinion's going to be. I think I know what my opinion's going to be just reading that description. But she actually sent me this book to get me to read it. And I know she's not expecting me to love it. So that's good at least. But so many people love it. Like this girl,
the dragon shifters.
oh my God, this girl from
ships on top of it.
it sounds like that fucking Crave book series, the Twilight ripoff
I
thing.
want to know where the shifter is on the dragon and where the clutch is.
The gears,
and the
oh my
freaking
God, I
accelerator.
can't. This girl I know
Does it
from
have a
high school
switch?
is like obsessed with them. Grown ass women on Bookstagram are obsessed with them. And
Oh boy, this is gonna be fun.
yeah.
Fucking trash fire.
You know what
That shit book. That sounds awful.
yeah. I'm not really a big fan of this whole magical school thing anymore. Like, I'm fine with Harry Potter, but I feel like most of the magical school books that I've tried to read have just been terrible. Like Crave, and I tried to read Vampire Academy when I was in high school, and I didn't even make it through the first book. It was so awful. Oh no. Yeah. Please don't choose this one. Choose Malice. Please.
Watch them choose this one.
Oh God.
That is.
I mean, I'm gonna read it eventually.
That sounds like
Especially
trash.
since she bought it for me. I feel bad that I haven't read it yet.
Oh boy,
But yeah.
that's gonna be fun. Okay, so my next game is called Stella Glow for the Nintendo 3DS. I saw somebody on Instagram. She was almost done with this game, and she was like posting like a mini review of how she felt about the game so far. And I was like, oh, that looks pretty cool. I wonder what it is. And I looked at it, and it's a strategy RPG game. So kind of like a Fire Emblem, Final Fantasy Tactics type of game. There's apparently more than 50 battle maps and over a dozen unlockable endings. And you get to conduct the witches in battle. Tune the hearts of regnant's alluring witches to maximize their song powers. So it's singing witches.
Singing witches?
Yeah,
Huh.
singing witches.
Okay.
English audio blends with songs from Japan's top voice talents. Discover the true power of music. Alto lives in a world in which song has been absent for millennia. When Hilda, the Witch of Destruction, appears, brandishing song magic, he must seek out others who can command the same power and her nefarious plan. Song magic. I can picture it's like some lady in like a witch costume going up to like a building or something and just start going like,
Oh my gosh.
the building just like fucking crumbling down.
I can't.
It's like that is a destructive song.
That's ridiculous.
I think the game is horny. I'm not sure if it's horny, but I think it is because the girls in the back are kind of like wearing
Yeah, they're naked.
see-through negligees and shit.
They're naked.
But they kind of look chibi in combat. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. It might be good. It might be bad, but I still want to play it. That's why it's in the backlog of Doom. All right, Karradyne, final book.
Final book is Love and Other Disasters by Anita Kelly. It was published by Forever on January 18th of this year. This was one of my Book of the Month books, and I've heard good things about it. Also heard that it was gay, so, you know, I like the gay books. Recently divorced and on the verge of bankruptcy, Dahlia Woodson is ready to reinvent herself on the popular reality competition show Chef Special. Too bad the first memorable move she makes is falling flat on her face, sending fish tacos flying, not quite the fresh start she was hoping for. Still, she's focused on winning until she meets someone she might want a future with more than she needs the prize money. After announcing their pronouns on national television, London Parker has enough on their mind without worrying about the klutzy competitor stationed in front of them. They're there to prove the trolls, including a fellow contestant and their dad, wrong, and falling in love was never part of the plan. As London and Dahlia get closer, reality starts to fall away. Goodbye, guilt about divorce, anxiety about uncertain futures, and stress from transphobia. Hello, hilarious shenanigans on set, wedding crashing, and spontaneous dips into the Pacific. But as the finale draws near, Dahlia and London's steamy relationship starts to feel the heat both in and outside the kitchen, and they must figure out if they have the right ingredients for a happily ever after.
So it's like, what is it? What's that show called? The one we've been watching recently.
One we've watched recently?
Yes, the one with Antonia on the
Oh,
pier.
Beachside Brawl.
Yes, so it's like Beachside Brawl except with
Baking?
with
No,
them
not baking.
falling in love.
Yeah. I'm reading another book that's about a baking show. It's like the Great British Baking Show, which is why I said baking. I'm confusing myself.
Is that weird dude with the hair and the teeth in the book?
I hope not. He's terrifying. I wish we could go back to the old hosts because I do not like that dude. Freaks me out.
Great British
The Great British Baking Show.
Baking Show.
Yeah.
It's not the Great British Bake Off.
No, it's the Great British Baking Show.
Okay.
Yeah.
British Beat Off.
Great. Yeah. What? No. No. Don't say
They're
that.
just beating eggs. I don't know
my
what the hell you're
gosh.
thinking about.
Shut up.
So why do you want to read this book?
Because it looks pretty and it's gay.
It's just so weird.
I also
The
really
way that you
like.
say it just sounds somewhat offensive. It's gay.
I love
That's why I wanna
gay.
read it.
I love it. The illustration art makes this. I'm assuming this is Dahlia, and I can say her hair is fabulous. Her hair is so fabulous. I want that hair, and it makes me want to read this book.
That looks like your hair when you don't have it up in a pineapple.
No, my hair doesn't look like that.
Yes, it
that
does.
hair is good hair. My hair is terrible hair.
That's God, dude.
I wish my hair looked like this. I also wish I were this skinny.
Oh God.
She's beautiful. I want to be her when I grow up.
All right. My last game, it's Shin Megami Tensei Devil Survivor Soul... No, Shin Megami Tensei Devil Summoner Soul Hackers. Not Devil Survivor.
Survivor and Summoner are very different words.
Devil Summoner Soul Hackers. Soul Survivor is another series. Amami City. Held up as a beacon of humanity's triumph of technology, harbors an infernal secret. In this would-be utopia, a group of hackers takes on a centuries-old mystic society to battle for control over the fate of humanity. The missing entry in the classic Shin Megami Tensei RPG series finally arrives to America. Take control of almost 300 demons.
300?
300 demons. With over 30 of them unique to soul hackers. Evolve and enhance your Nemiki, familiar with Street Pass to create new and unique demons. I guess that's never going to fucking happen because Street Pass is dead. It no longer exists. Yeah, so I know Soul Hackers 2 comes out in August, so this month, whenever people are listening to it. And I've been trying to complete the Shin Megami Tensei series for 3DS for a very, very long time. And in the span of 2 weeks, I found the last 2 games that I needed at a reasonable price. And I bought them and I finished that collection. So I'm super proud of that shit.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's great. So I now want to kind of like run through it. Like, just play the games, see what the hype is all about. If I don't like them, well, at least I have them in the collection for if sometime I die and you need money, you can just sell them.
Bless it.
But yeah, no, I'm very interested. It's an RPG. So this is the Shin Megami is the original series that Persona spun out of. So this Persona is like the casual, everybody can enjoy and play. This is like, you have to be a fucking nerd to enjoy these because they're so fucking hard and you have to do so much number crunching. And there's no fun other than fighting in these games.
Oh, dear.
So if you don't like fighting, you're not going to like these games. So basically, if you don't like math, you're not going to like this game.
I hate math. It's awful.
So I'm going to play this game with like MathLab or MathWay open. And I'm just
my gosh.
Input,
that's not fun.
You don't actually do numbers, but it's a joke that...
Oh, it's a joke. Yeah. Oh. That was a bad joke. It sounds so boring.
Yeah. All right. You want to run through what we are putting on the backlog now?
Yes.
Okay, you start.
Okay. We have Camp by L.C. Rosen.
Far Cry 6.
Oh, I thought we're doing this in this order. I thought we were just running through all of our individual things. And then oops.
We're keeping that. All right, you want to start over again?
Yes.
Okay, go.
Okay, Camp by L.C. Rosen.
Far Cry 6.
Blood Scion by Deborah LaFay.
Shantae, Risky's Revenge Director's Cut.
Malice by Heather Walter.
Pikmin for the Wii.
Zodiac Academy The Awakening by those 2 people.
Stella Glow.
Love and Other Disasters by Anita Kelly.
Shin Megami Tensei Devil Summoner Soul Hackers.
Sweet.
All right.
Please vote for Malice.
Please vote for whatever. I know Champ is going to vote for Soul Hackers. That I know. Right.
Watch Champ vote for fucking Zodiac Academy.
Just to fucking piss you off.
I did it to myself, putting it in here.
I wish I could see who votes for what.
Yeah.
But I can't. So
lame.
All right. So are you ready for our favorite segment?
I am ready.
All right. That is Give Me the Garbage.
This week's restaurant is the chain that I thought I would never, ever visit. That chain is Denny's.
That chain is dead knees to us.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's Denny's.
It's dead knees to us.
So I guess we need to explain why I broke the streak of never having eaten at Denny's. Watch my parents listen to this and be like, we took you to Denny's?
And you loved it.
Yeah. I swear I've never eaten there. But I was reached out to by one of the influencer platforms on my Bookstagram inviting me to this Denny's opportunity in Orlando. I was like, why the fuck not? I can take some book pictures. We can talk about it on the podcast. We can be honest on the podcast and they'll never know. So we were told to, I got to pick which Denny's to go to, like all over freaking Central Florida. There was even one in St. Pete. Like, we're not going to drive all the way to St. Pete to go to Denny's. But so I got to choose which Denny's to go to, and we went to the one like over near Florida Mall. And
I think that was a mistake.
well, it was either that or the one in Altamont, even though there's one literally right down the road from us. It was not an option.
We could have gone to the one in Altamont. That would have been closer.
Well, I didn't look up the address when I just saw the street name, and I was like, oh, that's not that far. Because I was thinking it was, on the side that's closer to us. Anywho, and we were given like a credit of like $50 to go in and get whatever we wanted. So we pull up in this Denny's parking lot, and there is not a fucking soul in that parking lot. There's no cars, nothing. I was like, well, I guess Denny's is not the place to be on a Friday night. So maybe it's just because people don't want to go to Denny's on a Friday. Like, that doesn't sound like somewhere you'd want to be on a Friday night, right? Well, anyway, we go in, and they told me to ask for a manager when we went in. The woman at the hostess stand was definitely not the manager, but knew about us, seated us, and bless her heart, she was the only person working, not in the kitchen, the only person, because believe it or not, the place quickly became not dead. It wasn't popping or anything, but there were maybe 5 or 6 people there, 5 or 6 tables.
Yeah,
that she had by herself. Yeah, plus pickups. Yeah, and we waited a while before we even got to order our food. A while, and I don't know. I didn't have high hopes for anything, but since we had so much money to work with and it's really not that expensive, we got an appetizer, our meals, we were going to get dessert. We had it all mapped out, so we were going to order all of it when she came over. I am glad that I decided to not order the dessert when she came over, despite what you wanted me to do. It didn't took forever to get our food. Even though I felt like what we ordered was not very complicated. And I kept hearing her go to the kitchen and be like, this is for the influencer. Do this and this and this. And we got they have a build your own appetizer thing where you can pick a couple things like Chili's and places like that have. So one of the things we chose for it was boneless wings with Nashville hot flavor. And she kept saying, no, you need to put this on there, and it's Nashville hot for the influencer. Just like, oh, this doesn't sound like it's going well. But yeah, I guess we can go ahead and get into the food. You want to start with that appetizer?
I want you to start with
Oh,
that
you want me to
appetizer.
start?
Yeah.
Okay. So you had the option to choose between 4 or 3, and I wasn't really a huge fan of any of the options on there, so we just went with the 3. We could have afforded to go with the 4 because we were definitely under budget. Mm-hmm. But we got the boneless wings, even though they're just nuggets. Why not just call them fucking nuggets? Like, that's all it is. And you could choose whether you wanted buffalo sauce, Nashville hot sauce, or barbecue. And I did not want barbecue. I don't really like barbecue chicken. But so we got the Nashville hot. And we also got mozzarella sticks and chips and queso. Oh boy. Chris was still in the bathroom when she brought this over, and she's like, he didn't put enough Nashville hot on it, so I made him give you a side of it. I was like, oh, thanks. And I'm seeing that it's sauce. I'm like, I thought Nashville hot was like seasonings and like a rub, not a sauce. Okay. And it looks like spicy honey mustard or something. It was orange
and brown at the same time.
Yeah,
It's like gray.
yeah. It was not a
It was
pleasant
all the colors.
color. It was not pleasant. And the marinara sauce and the queso were both in these little like
Plastic.
Yeah, plastic, like
Soup.
microwavable.
Yeah.
It was like to-go soup bowls, basically, right? And like the
Somewhat.
queso, there was literally just enough to coat the bottom of this bowl. But we have a whole fucking soup bowl full of marinara sauce for a whopping like 4 mozzarella sticks. It was kind of ridiculous.
I didn't put that together until now.
Yeah. And let me pull up the picture because I think I remember something about the marinara sauce, but I could be wrong. Let me see here. Yeah, you could tell that she had nuked these things because they were splattered on the sides of the little plastic soup bowls. Y'all, that queso was one of the most disgusting things I've ever tasted in my life. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you. It was Rotel dip.
I don't know what the fuck Rotel dip is, but I love this queso. This queso was good. It was spicy. It was cheesy. It had peppers and jalapenos in it, and the chips were great. The chips were actually really fucking good. Because they were like corn tortillas, fried, very flat, very crunchy, salty.
So it was Rotel dip without the meat. Rotel dip is an easy dip recipe made with meat, cheese, and Rotel tomatoes, which are petite diced tomatoes with green chilies and spices.
It might have had tomatoes.
It looks exactly like Rotel dip.
It was so good. I really like that shit.
It was awful. Yeah. But those boneless wings, oh man.
I was so upset.
Oh man.
Because thinking like you would bite into the boneless wings and they were crunchy and juicy and nice. But the sauce was fucking atrocious. It tasted like washing detergent. It was so fucking bad. And it was spicy. So it's like, imagine if soap lands on your mouth while you're washing the dishes and somehow it's fucking spicy.
Like really spicy.
It's so bad. And then they put like a little bit over the nuggets and we had to drown the entire nuggets in ranch just
to
so
make
we
it
could eat
bearable.
them.
Yeah. I think there was like one left that should have been mine. I was like, just take it. I don't want it. But let me eat a mozzarella stick 'cause that's the only thing that tastes decent in this basket. Me.
I think that was your favorite thing from the whole meal. They weren't good.
They were not. They were not. But they were not fucked up.
Like you
could
would
say.
bite into them and pull, and you would get the cheese.
The
pull.
whole cheese came out of the.
Like you would get the cheese pull, but the cheese pull was hard.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty bad. So, the food, when we sat down, I immediately saw they had like a little trifold thing, advertising their influencer menu. So apparently they've had influencers create menu items. And one of them was like a brisket melt that I thought about. But then the other one was like some strawberry pound cake, something pancake meal, strawberry shortcake meal, something like that. Was pancakes with 2 pancakes with some kind of creamy fruit sauce and then strawberries on top. Mm-hmm. And it came with bacon, sausage, eggs, and hash browns. What did you get? We'll dissect it after you say what you got.
I don't the 5-pepper
something
cheeseburger or burger.
I don't remember what it was called. It's not worth remembering.
The fries were amazing. They were great.
Yeah, you ate all those fries.
I fucking love the fries. The fries, I half expected for the fries to be good, and they were way better than good.
We should have gotten them in place of the chips and the boneless wings on that thingy because we could have gotten fries.
Yeah.
As part of that appetizer.
And they weren't the seasoned fries. They were like the regular fries, so they're like thick cut, and it looks like they had spent a little bit too much time in the fryer, so they were actually right and good. They were crunchy and soft inside and pillowy and salty and seasoned. They were really good. I really fucking love those fries. I would go to Denny's for a side of fries and keep going.
How about that burger?
That burger was the most I don't even know, because when you think a standard burger, it's good. Or like,
it's hard to fuck up a burger.
They didn't fuck it up. They just didn't do anything to it. Like, it's like a grocery store pre-made, pre-cooked burger patty. So it like tastes like a certain kind of beef that's just like meat. The definition of meat. And it had like some spicy shit on top of it, but none of it was spicy, and it tasted like nothing. So I was very happy that it had jalapenos and I think it had pickles. I'm not even 100% fucking sure it had pickles, tomatoes, lettuce, and the onions. I'm glad they were all in there, and I'm glad that they were all fresh because nothing else about that burger was redeeming.
But they were all placed in one section.
Yeah, they
so
were.
on one half of the burger, he had all of his purple onions, and on the other half of the burger, he had like 5 pickled jalapenos because they only put them in designated spots
So
instead of all over.
Either I start eating the jalapenos or I start eating onions. There's no
Yeah.
other choice.
So you'd think with all the food that I had as part of my meal.
Wait.
Oh,
For some reason, they decided when you cut the jalapenos, you obviously take the butt and you throw it out.
yeah.
They put the butt in it.
You're shitting me.
So there was like the butt with like the stem
Are you serious?
leaves on it.
Oh
Like,
my
I'm like, what the
God.
fuck? And I just threw it off to the side. But like that burger tasted like fucking nothing. It just the meat was underwhelming, and that burger was trash.
Yeah.
God, that was not a good burger. Okay, your thing.
So yeah, you'd think that with having so much food on my plate, a couple things would have been good. A couple. So the hash browns didn't look anything like the hash browns in the pictures. Nothing.
They were so white
They
and
were
sad.
so sad. They tasted like nothing.
They were so white.
Like nothing.
They were so white that when they got to the table, they looked at you and you're like, "Are you our mommy?"
Oh my God. And then the sausages, they looked really unappetizing. They also tasted like dish soap.
They looked like my fingers.
They were really unappealing.
They
then
were awful.
the
They were
bacon-
terrible.
The bacon, if you can buy Dollar Tree bacon, I imagine this is what that bacon tastes like. It was hard, it was chewy, it was
Not good.
awful. It didn't taste like bacon. And then the eggs, oh man, I got them over easy. Over medium. Over medium. I had to pour salt and pepper all over the hash browns and the eggs to make them at least somewhat edible. I still didn't finish them. Either one of them. And that's saying a lot. Now the pancakes,
The sausage. You took a bite out of the
I
sausage.
took one bite, I gave you a bite, and then we left the rest of
Like
it.
I bit into it and it just tastes like smoke.
Soap. It tasted like dish
Smoke and
soap.
soap.
It's like Dawn dish soap.
Fucking bad.
Oh my God. Speaking of which, I have clothes in the washer. I need to move to the dryer. Anyway. Yeah, so the pancakes, they were actually pretty good compared to everything else. They were sad and soggy, but they tasted better than everything else. I actually kind of liked them and I ate all of it. We left very, very unsatisfied and still hungry. I felt so bad. He thought we should just go ahead and order the dessert. And I was like, fuck no, it took us so long to get this food. I don't want to sit here, waste another hour of our Friday night waiting on a damn dessert that's not going to be worth it. So the poor waitress came back over all frazzled and she's like, oh, you're all set. You're good to go. I'm like, I want to leave you a tip, but I don't have any cash. So I let her ring this up for a bottle of water and left the poor lady a tip. She was real frazzled. And then at one point we couldn't hear or think because she was making milkshakes for a table near us and using the blender like at the fucking hostess stand. And that's all you could hear throughout the whole diner. It's just the whirring of
didn't
the
catch it.
blender.
But she started the milkshakes.
I was like, what is
and,
happening?
and somebody walked in, so she left the milkshake maker going.
Did she? Oh my God. Bless her heart. She was so
She was
frazzled.
talking to the
She was
person
pitiful.
at the hostess stand, and the milkshaker was
Kind of like that.
yeah. Even
It's okay, Luna.
That's what it sounded like. We were fucking going crazy. I kind of wanted to start barking like Luna just did now. From how
I was just
weird-
like, why is this happening? Why? Why is she making a milkshake at the hostess stand?
You're like, what the fuck is that noise?
Yeah.
And I was like, she's making a milkshake. And she walks by with like the 2 milkshakes for the people sitting right behind her, Karradyne. I was like, oh, fuck.
Oh man, yeah, I will never go back to Denny's. Like, even if we're stranded somewhere, I think I'd rather go to a gas station and get snacks.
Yeah,
like
hot
that.
dogs.
Yeah.
Like we
Yeah.
did that one time coming down from Georgia where I
Yeah.
stopped at 2 a.m. to get hot dogs.
Yes,
from
I
Outlet.
remember that. Oh my
And
gosh.
they were amazing and
I
you
was-
hated them.
I was so irritated. Oh man. You know, it was awful. Awful. Exceptionally awful.
So because of the pancakes, the French fries, and your mozzarella sticks, and me liking the chips, this barely leaves garbage.
Yeah.
It doesn't even make it to meh.
No, it's kind of garbage. Yeah. Yeah. It's still pretty garbage.
Now watch Burger Champ message me and be like, you don't go to Denny's for anything other than breakfast, but you had breakfast and you hated it.
Yeah, we did. I did. It was so bad. It was so bad.
It was.
God, it was bad.
I'd rather go to Waffle House.
Yeah, same.
Why
Any
can't
day.
Waffle House had an influencer menu so we can go there and eat it?
Yeah, it was so exceptionally terrible. Oh, my expectations were met. I knew it was going to be awful. And it was so awful.
Oh, I kicked the dog. Sorry, Luna.
She's terrified.
Yes, she is. All right, so that's it for this week's episode. Anything else you want to say before we end the show?
I don't think so.
All right, do you want to say goodbye?
Goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone.